Hello and a very warm welcome to this Times Network special. I'm Neha Hebale, and joining us today is somebody who's ruled the roost of politics in Karnataka. He has been at the center of attention now for the past 2 years. Primarily, joining us today is the Karnataka Chief Minister, Mr. Bommai. Many thanks, sir, for speaking to us. Sir, I'm just going to, jump right into it. The elections are just hardly about 3 weeks away now. We can quite literally count the days on our fingers, sir. How is the atmosphere in the BJP camp? How confident is the party, and how confident are you leading the party into the elections?
There is a great euphoria in BJP camp, and we have done our homework very well for the last 6 months, and we are ready for the battle and battle to win, and our workers are extremely confident, and so does all our supporters. And every time I go out on a tour, I come back with more confidence than ever before.
Okay, all right. So if we go back a couple of months now from the time that you've been at the helm of affairs in Karnataka, it has really been quite a rocky ride for you. It wouldn't be wrong to say that you've been quite literally thrown with a lot of problems, and you've tackled all of it quite well, if we would say that. So are you, of course, looking for another term, sir, now as Chief Ministership? Is that something that you're going with? There's also these...
See, I'll put it like this, that in 2018 election, even though BJP got 104 seats, it was a #1 party, there was unholy alliance between Congress and JDS. In almost 1.5 years, they had ruled. Secondly, there was a COVID for almost 2 years. So almost 3 years, we were stuck with either coalition nonsense or a COVID fear. So only we had 2 years to perform. And that 2 years we have performed very well, I must say. Therefore, my party needs, it deserves, the way we have tackled COVID and the way we put back economy back into this thing, my party deserves another 5 years for a good governance in Karnataka.
Okay. So you said there was an unholy alliance, between the Congress and yes. When you ask them about this, they say that the BJPs put in all efforts to topple their government, sir, and to, form a government which isn't the people's mandate.
See, they got an order from Supreme Court to prove our majority in 24 hours. That's why we could not, and they formed this thing. They fought like cat and dogs before the election. They blamed each other, and they blamed their policies, and they made allegations against each other. But still, for the power, they came together. That's why I said it's unholy. Secondly, the people within the coalition realized that in 1 year that this government is totally non-performing government, this government is corrupt government, and this government is not going to take us anywhere. Therefore, they decided to resign and then come back and then get re-elected and then join us. So it's not just like an ordinary defection. So these people took a chance, and they went back to the people, got their mandate, and they were added into us. So in fact, 104 was a mandate, 17 was also a mandate. Yeah. So it was the real mandate of the people.
Okay. So you spoke about defections. We'll dwell a little bit more on that. The recent developments, within the BJP, and of course the other parties as well. You've had Congress, JDS, everyone's had defections. For the BJP, sir, particularly, I want to ask you, some Lingayat leaders, sir, have defected, and senior ones at that, Jagdish Shettar, Ainur Manjunath, Lakshman Savadi. How are you personally, sir, of course, viewing this, and on the whole, the party, how is the party viewing this? Will it have any impact at all, sir, on the elections now?
Each one who has defected, it is for their personal reasons. They had applied for the tickets, and they could not get tickets for different reasons. For their selfish motive, they forgot what party had done for them. They had made them Chief Minister, they had made them Deputy Chief Minister, they had made them MLA, MLCs. they have forgotten all that, and there was no principal difference of opinion. It is their selfish motive to promote themselves. As an opportunist, they have defected. Therefore, they will not have any impact on the ground. In fact, it will be hard for them to get elected from wherever they have defected.
Okay. Sir, we did hear from Mr. Jagdish Shettar, 2 days after he resigned and joined the Congress, he made a statement directly targeting Mr. B.L. Santosh and saying that, after Mr. Yediyurappa, that he was the next rightful, person in line in terms of being the senior most Lingayat leader, sir. All of this is not going to have an impact on the BJP in North Karnataka?
He'll get back his seniority if he goes to Congress? Where is his seniority in the Congress now? Has he gone up or has he come down? So that's not the issue. The issue is that since he has already been Chief Minister, party thought that we should give way for the youngsters, at the same time elevate him at the center to give him a better position. So it's a transition for the seniors. And this kind of experiment of transition has been done by Narendra Modi ji and Party President Nadda ji all over the country. For example, Mr. Rupani of Gujarat Chief Minister, he was not allowed to contest. But still he is in the party, working for the party. And party for 30 years given 6 times his opportunity. Now he is asking reason why he has been denied. There was no reason given when he was given opportunity 6 times. And this is a transition what party thinks should give way for the youngsters. And if that is not done by the elders, who else can be done? So, as I said, it's opportunist to blame the party for their own selfish motives. They have defected.
Okay. Okay. Now, you mentioned, sir, that, the party has made way for several new faces. There are at least 52 new candidates who are, contesting on a BJP ticket. How are you looking at this, sir? There are some parties like today the Congress, the JDS, which have fielded, veterans not taking a chance. The BJP here has given new faces a chance. Is this going to be the mantra?
That is the difference between a party with the confidence. Only party with the confidence on the people, confidence by the people can do these experiments. And this is a new Bharat, a Yuva Bharat. And we need people from all cross sections. And we need youngsters, young blood, to push forward our goals, our programs, our principles. And we are confident that people will accept this. They have accepted in Gujarat and other states. The same thing will be accepted. The other parties, including Congress, which is more than 100 years old, they have been dwindling in their support in all the states. So they dare not do this kind of experiment. They have repeated all the MLAs in Karnataka. And they are stuck with Ashok Gehlot in Rajasthan, where a youngster wants to really make a Rajasthan progress. No opportunity is given. It's there to see. So it's a party with a difference. BJP is a party with a difference.
Okay. Now, sir, of course, you seem quite confident. I'm going to address the elephant in the room on the Lingayat MLAs have demanded that a Lingayat CM face be put forward this time for the elections. That was discussed in a meeting as well.
There are 2 things. In our party, we don't select CMs on the caste. But since you asked this question, I don't want to answer this the way which I am going to answer now, but I am forced because of your question. I am a Lingayat Chief Minister already.
Yes.
We are given more than 70 seats. Yes. So there will be a dominance of supporters from which there is a support by Lingayats for last 30 years. It continues. So the dynamics, the caste dynamics depends a lot on the support, ground swelling support. And naturally, some people have demanded it. I don't think and I don't endorse that anybody should be selected on the caste base. It should be selected on the capabilities and abilities. If a Lingayat has it, he should get it. If somebody else has it, he should get it.
Okay. So staying with, you mentioned caste dynamics, the BJP has been attempting to make inroads into, Congress strongholds, particularly the old Mysuru region. Now, those are very strong Vokkaliga belts, sir. Unfortunately or fortunately, politics in Karnataka has largely, rotated around caste politics. How are you looking at this, sir? Is the BJP going to make some inroads? There's been a lot of push. The Prime Minister has come down, he's campaigned. Yeah.
One change I am seeing in South Karnataka. There is a voter fatigue in South Karnataka. For last 30 years, they are voting either Congress or JDS. Especially the youngsters want to change this. And for last 3 years, they are expressing it openly wherever I go. And I see a ray of hope there that youngsters will change the dynamics of the politics of the southern Karnataka, and we have given a lot of youngsters tickets and opportunities, and of course all caste has been represented. So I think we are going to make a lot of, so you can spring a lot of surprises in southern Karnataka bastion, and we are going to make a remarkable progress in numbers also.
So when we posed the same question to Mr. H.D. Kumaraswamy about the BJP attempting to make inroads there, he says that the BJP is dreaming today, that there's absolutely no way. And what we've seen in the past elections is that the JDS has retained around 30 seats or so from that region. And, they've quite literally had the BJP and Congress, dancing with those 30 seats for a coalition.
See, I'll tell you. 2008 was not in 2013. And 2013 was not in 2018. 2018 is not there in 2023. Okay. There will be a lot of surprises. Surprises to the state as well as to JDS.
Okay. So talking of surprises, there have been, some reports that have suggested that if at all there is a hung assembly in the state, then there could be a possibility of the BJP joining hands with the JDS. Is that at all something, sir, that's...
I don't see that kind of scenario this time.
Okay.
People have decided that they have to vote conclusively and give a clear mandate. And as I see all over Karnataka, BJP is going to get a comfortable majority, and we do not depend on anybody. Okay. So I don't see that scenario at all.
Okay, okay. So Mr. Nadda was in, Karnataka. There was a huge fanfare as well for your, nomination, which was filed in Shigao. He did go on to mention the kind of development work that you've done and, citing that FDIs, of course, have been the highest in Karnataka. So I want to ask you, Bengaluru has been renowned to be the IT capital. Are we going to retain that tag going forward now if the BJP comes back? And if yes, how are you planning that ahead?
See, it is during BJP regime only. The highest FDI in the country is coming to Karnataka for last 6 to 7 quarters. And we are number 1 in innovation. And then we have almost mopped up 10 lakh crores investment in our investor meet. And we have got 400 fortune companies out of 500. And 400 niche R&D. And we have signed up with top companies. So the position of Bangalore as a Silicon Valley of the East will continue, and probably will give run for the money in the western coast of America.
Okay, okay. So staying with Mr. JP Nadda, the Congress today has levelled an allegation that, during his speech that there was an attempt to sort of, threaten Kannadigas, sir, wherein, he went on to say that if at all you're looking for development, then you should vote for the Prime Minister alone. Are you at all viewing this, sir?
How does you link with the Kannadigas? It is there to see in the entire country that entire country is progressing, and even in Karnataka it is progressing because of the double engine that is led by Narendra Modi ji. And I don't want to reveal figures, but this time we got more than 7,000 crores in railways, 6,000 kilometers in national highway, We have got 2 major ports sanctioned, and we have got helicopter manufacturing unit, defense services, and huge investment is coming in different fields. And then there was a mega textile park sanctioned in Gulbarga, which gives 1 lakh jobs.
Yes.
So this is the benefit of double engine government led by Narendra Modi. That's what he meant. So these Congress people try to find fault of nothing. They don't have any other business. They don't think of progress. So they want to do cherry picking here and there, which people are not interested.
So you spoke about the development under your tenure, and under your chief ministership. One thing that we must address, sir, is that, you've been the home minister as well in the past, sir. There has been a slight rise in the communal instances that have been taking place, particularly in Bangalore and in Dakshin Kannada, and that's in that part of the state. You've often been accused, sir, of the fact that there has been a free hand that's been given to the right-wing organizations. Is that something that would...
If you look into the incidents, most of the incidents are triggered by PFI and SDPI. Praveen Nettur's murder case, it has been proved, an international link is there. Then arson on police station in Bengaluru was supported by SDPI and PFI. Lot of incidents are done because of them. It's there to see. So there's nothing about right wing or left wing. It is the anti-nationalist people who are into this. And we are taking firm action and stern action. That's why now it is under control. And after banning of PFI, a lot of things have come under control. So we have taken timely action. And in fact, people are appreciating that the first time we are going to apprehend all the criminals within 24 hours or 48 hours of the incident. Of course, still more vigil is necessary, and communal harmony and peace is necessary for the growth. And we will continue to put all our efforts to see that communal harmony is maintained.
Sir, talking of the PFI and the SDPI, senior Congress leader Mr. G. Parmeshwar recently made a statement that, they would even be open to, taking the support of all organizations or all parties, which are willing to support them, suggesting that even the SDPI, if, does give them support, that they would take the support.
Last time, they had a tacit understanding between SDPI and Congress. Initially, SDPI said we are going to contest. Then all of a sudden withdrew it. Why? Who made the deal? It was a deal between Congress and SDPI. This time, they are coming out openly. That shows the desperate situation what they are. If they are willing to have a truck with the anti-national groups to come to power, that means they are so desperate. Come what may, let it be anti-national, let it be anti-people, they want power. The power-hungry Congress can go to any extent. The Parmeshwar statement just proves it.
Sir, we'll talk about Shivmoga. Mr. B.S. Yediyurappa said he stepped down from active politics. His son, Mr. Vijendra, of course, is now taking after his footsteps. I want to ask you, while, the BJP and the Congress have often shared this back and forth of, dynasty politics, the Congress, the JDS are now accusing the BJP of, doing the same. And the BJP, of course, too, likewise, sir, has accused the Congress of having dynasty politics. How are you viewing this on the whole, sir? All three parties indulging? Yeah.
See, dynastic politics is at 2 levels, One is at the top level. Father is the prime minister, or a father is a president of the party. Then mother becomes, then son becomes, then grandson becomes. There are a lot of regional parties, and even Congress. All are dynastic. They have been fixed. After this person is going to come. You take Samajwadi Party, you take TMC, you take Telugu Desam, you take YSR, you take Telangana's, now it is BSR. So, whole lot they are like that, including Congress. That means control over the entire system and power. But at the lower level, as an individual, if somebody wants to come up and he has worked in the party and there will be no continuation, this thing, if there is a gap, if somebody is going to give a space and if he is really worth it, he has put this thing, let the people decide. So this is the difference. Supposing supposing there is one chief minister in any state, for example, I am a chief minister, and if I think of appointing my son as a chief minister, then it is a dynastic politics.
Okay.
Which I never do it in my lifetime.
Right.
But if my son over a period of 20 years, 30 years party worker, if he is trying to become something, and natural process as an individual right he has, if he grows, that is not the issue. Here is transferring the absolute power from one person to another person in the family is a dynastic politics. That we are not allowing. That we are very clear.
Okay.
That we are very clear. For example, Sidramaya, which was unbecoming of Sidramaya, I don't know. Yesterday he has said that I am here for the last time, then my son will be there, then my grandson will be there. He is doing advance booking. Advance booking as we do in for the cinema, this thing. They are doing advance booking. This is the heights of dynastic politics.
So they've said Mr. Arvind Limbavali's wife has also been given a ticket and, a couple of others as well. So you are saying that, this is very different from what the Congress and the JDS are typically doing.
Yeah. Arvind Limbavali is no more MLA. If Arvind Limbavali continued as MLA and were given a ticket, that was the issue. He is no more contesting. So we are giving his wife, and she is going to be elected with thumping majority.
Okay. So the whole reservation itself, at some point it did seem like it had become, a huge headache, if we could call it that. There was a lot of, back and forth. There was a lot of decisions that had to be made. There was a lot of legal consulting that had to be done. But you did it. In the end, the reservation was announced. And days after the reservation was announced, there was uproar across the state, from different communities. So we'll take it one after the other. The Panchamshali community, so for starters, was quite, upset with the reservation. Is this going to have any impact at all?
No. In fact, they are welcome. They are very happy.
Okay.
We have met their demand.
Okay.
They wanted an increase in their reservation and make a special category for all Lingayats. We have done it. So they have welcomed it. Now they are all supporting us. And we have done it to Okalga communities also. They are also very happy. And then we have increased the quota for SC/STs, and internal reservation also has been made. So it is what those communities were agitating for a long time. We have met all their demands, and we have got our own legal thinking and legal planning. We have done it.
Okay, so the Banjara community, other communities, the SCs, a few smaller sub-communities.
Only Banjara community, now they also understood that while doing internal reservation, they were recommended 3%. We have given them 4.5%. But there is apprehension in Banjara community that they will be removed from SC list. But I have made it very clear and written to Government of India, Banjaras, Bois, Kurcha, Kurma are the original in SC list, right from Maharaja days, and then the first six castes under the Constitution of India by Ambedkar. All these were all mentioned. Adi Karnataka, Adi Dravida, that is SC/ST right and left, and then Banjara, Boi, Kurcha, Kurma, they are original. So there is no question of removing them from SC. As long as SC reservation is there in this country, they will be there in the SC list in Karnataka. So that apprehension has been removed and we increased also. So slowly people will understand it. So this, Congress wanted to fish in troubled waters, but now they have realized that they can't do anything more. So everything is settled. Everything has been told to the people and they have welcomed it. Majority of the people have welcomed it, and you can see the ground swelling support for our reservation policy when you go when you go for the elections.
So you might call this a political masterstroke of sorts, just done, of course, ahead of the elections. The intention was there to do it for very long, but in the process, while, of course, one community gains, the other is set to lose out. And now we're seeing that the Muslim community, the minorities, in fact, they're quite upset. The matter has reached Supreme Court as well.
It is Congress behind that Supreme Court petition. But however, I want to make it very clear. There is no religious reservation provisions in the Constitution. However, in Karnataka, for the last 25 years, without any empirical data, without any recommendation, in fact, Havnur Commission, Chinnappa Reddy Commission, Venkateswamy Commission have said that you can't have reservations on basis of religion. Right. And there is a High Court judgment of AP, 7-page judgment, which they struck down. So with all these grounds, but we saw that justice is done to minorities also on 2 counts. One is almost 17 subcastes, which are there in backward class list. In category 1 and 2A, they have been retained. The poorest of the poor in minorities, like Pinjara, Darji, 17 subcastes, Chapparban, all these have been retained in backward class. They are not been removed. So the poorest of the poor in minorities are safeguarded. Now only on the basis of religion which were there, we put them in economic weaker section, which is constitutionally valid. Now let me tell you, they had 4%, and the condition was here also they should be below the economic level. They should be in this BPL level, below poverty level. That was a condition in 4%. The same condition is there in 10%. Instead of 4%, they are put in 10%. Conditions are both same. We have put 10%. So, in fact, they got a better space to find their opportunities. So, nothing has been done which could really harm them, and that's how they are trying to now understand it. Of course, I don't want to elaborate much because the matter is in Supreme Court.
But they feel that injustice has been done to them is what they have been claiming.
That's what you press people try to make out of it.
No, sir, it is.
You tell me, except Congress Muslim leaders, you talk to any common Muslim, he, especially educated Muslims, they know that the conditions are same here and there, and they put in 10%. So people realize slowly.
Okay. So lastly, of course, before I let you go, one thing that we've always seen, at least as far as the elections are concerned in Karnataka, it's been 40 years, sir, since one single party managed to solely come to power without a coalition. So to clarify your stand on this, you are confident that the BJP is coming back in full majority, and in the case that there's a hung assembly, what are we looking at from the BJP?
No, I'm not even thinking about it.
Okay.
So I don't think I have an answer. I should not answer also because my mind is very clear. We are going to come with clear majorities. Mark my words.
Okay.
With a very comfortable, clear majority, people will give us a mandate, and it will be absolutely 100% clear mandate. Rule by the BJP will be there. And you'll be there to see on May 13th.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for speaking with us. Well, that was Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai there, cutting out time for us in this hectic schedule of his and telling us that the BJP is going to spring quite a few surprises here ahead of the elections, and they're confident of coming back. All eyes are going to stay on Karnataka till the elections end.